Okay. So basically from here, we jumped over.
Mm-hmm.
We moved towards.
Towards.
Karen was leading the way with Nicole behind her.
Yeah, your older
And,
daughter.
the car was inside the garage,
Mm-hmm.
where we then literally got on top of the car. Then what happened is when my daughter reached this point, the force of the water was so excessive it basically pushed her that way.
Oh, shame.
Alright.
And then she came down here.
Yeah, she came down here. I tried to run after her.
Try to catch up.
And leave my boy there, my daughter that was 12 and my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So she literally hanged on here, but she couldn't because
The force of the water, yeah.
Then it pushed her past here.
And by this time the wall was already broken.
The wall was already broken, yes. So it pushed her past here, and at this point my daughter was already there. When I came here, I basically scratched myself here, you'll see.
Yes.
Trying to get over there. So I was chasing her. But then my son was screaming at the back. So as a parent, I felt so helpless.
Because both your children were in trouble.
So you didn't know whether...
Who, like...
Sorry,
No, it's...
just that when I relive this moment, it was as...
very traumatic.
It was as if it was my last day. And I never thought that I would see my daughter again. And at this point here, I just saw my daughter being flushed away by the water, so strong, and Nicole following her. And I screamed at her, Taryn, stop there, and she grabbed onto a pole there, but just the water was so excessive and so strong, she couldn't hold on, and she flushed away. And here my son was screaming at the back, so me trying to...
You were torn.
To get back here, also the force of the water also pushed me back, and I was battling to get back, so I managed to get to the wall and pull myself back in here and go back to my son and my 12-year-old daughter and my mom, which was there. And then we got on top of the car and we sat there up until the rain subsided and the water also subsided.
And what time would you say that was? 9 o'clock?
No. It was about a 2-3 hour session.
Okay, so about
about 4.
So about 6, 7.
Yeah. I started cleaning the house there and trying to see what I can save, but there was nothing basically to save because
the water damaged everything. Yeah.
Everything.
And
we don't have no clothing. We don't have nothing like that. Everything is gone.
And your daughter, is she okay?
My eldest daughter, she's very, very traumatized. She can't write exams. I went to the school today to just report the matter, and they said they'll cater for her, but she has to come in tomorrow so they can assess her and also give her some counseling. And my other daughter, which is Kiara, she's 12. She's a very quiet type of girl, but she doesn't speak much. And I can see and how it's also affected her because her facial expression is very steady.
She's concerned, yeah.
I almost lost my sister, I almost lost my brother. And she doesn't express herself very much, but just by looking at her face.
As a parent, you can see.
Yes, and she kept on asking me, Daddy, are you fine? Daddy, are you okay? And my son kept on asking, where's my sister? Where's my sister? And he was on top of the wall there. And it's only later, about 8 o'clock, where the neighbors came to me and said, we found your daughter.
Oh, that's...
And apparently what happened, she got into one of these pick-it-up dustbins.
Yeah, the plastic.
And she was using that as a boat. So when she got there to the bottom side, somehow she tumbled, but managed to grab onto a pole. And the guys from the restaurant, the securities and management, they saw that my daughter was hanging onto the pole
down there.
And they basically saved her. And I'm so grateful for them for doing that. And my wife's other daughter, Nicole, which is 22 years of age, she went past, and somehow I don't know how they got it right, but they managed to save her also, and get both of them to safety
To the restaurant.
to the restaurant. Yes, and I must also say thank you to the neighbors. They've been very supportive. A lot of them came to check on me and see if I'm okay, if I need anything, food, etc., clothing, if they can help with anything. Yeah, I'm very grateful to the neighbors for doing that. Yes.